Good time of day, guys! My name is Godzi, and welcome back to another episode of Higurashi When They Cry, Ch.1 Onikakushi. Last episode, I almost said Battler. Keiichi had quite a luck streak and then got fucking obliterated. The end. Now time to continue. A few days had passed since the incident. During that time, either Mion was busy or Rika Chan had to help with the festival preparations, so we couldn't get everybody together for club activities. I'm sorry, what incident are you talking about? Even though I thought I would never want to participate again after the years it shaved off my life each time, not having it only made my heart grow fonder. I really am not honest with myself. Today we finally had our club activities again. Oh, that's what you mean by incident, okay. These weren't the same old club activities. It was called the Watanagashi 5 Demon Firefight, and it was one of the biggest events in the club. Okay. Keiichi, does this yukata still fit you? Can you try it on for a second? Mom pulled out an old, dusty yukata. Nah, I don't need a yukata. Those are embarrassing, so I'll just go in my normal clothes. But this is a festival. Wear it, okay? Rena and the others said regular clothes are just fine. If I was the only one wearing a yukata, it'd be even more embarrassing. Put on the same old vest as usual. I'll be going with Rena and the others, so you don't need to worry about me. Is that so? I'll be going with Dad when he wakes up. Dad let out a loud snore from the sofa. From how it looks, he must have pulled an all-nighter last night. He just finished sending in his manuscript. Do you need a manuscript for paintings? How does that work? So he might not wake up for a while. Seems my dad writes for art magazines sometimes too. Oh, okay. Thanks for explaining. I thought my throat would be fine by now. It's not. I've never read it, though. I wonder if my dad is a really famous artist. As his son, it's a bit strange for me to say, but I can't imagine he's selling all that well. But he's able to feed a family of 3, and my life isn't exactly full of hardships. Yet. Maybe he's actually a master painter, and I just never knew it. Oh. Ding dong! Keiichi-kun, are you home? Uh-oh, it was already time. I didn't want them coming here, so I was planning on leaving early and waiting outside. Oh my, it's Rena Chan. Thank you for always looking after Keiichi.
Ma'am, he's also been looking out for...
Why are you blushing just from meeting my mom? Don't get all flustered. This feels so awkward. Let's go, Rena. Since Rena would continue to space out if I left her here, I grabbed her hand and dragged her out. Rena-chan, look after Keiichi for me.
Yes, ma'am. Even if it means I must sacrifice myself.
Okay. Then why don't you do it right now? She waved back even as I was dragging her away. Okay, Kei-chan. You hungry today? We'll take care of that at these stalls. You thought I'd let myself get full knowing the club activities will involve the stalls? Wouldn't have it any other way. Where are Rika Chan and Satiko? Are they already at the temple?
Yep, Rika Chan's
I can't read.
A festival committee member after all. Satiko-chan is probably with her as well.
I see. Alright, let's make some noise today. Yeah! We were already in high spirits with just the 3 of us there. You'll all be spirits eventually. It was way more lively at the Furude Shrine than the last time I came, far exceeding my expectations. Throngs of people were crammed between did I say rolls? Oh my god. Rows of market stalls lined with colorful paper lanterns. And I just need to read like a text-to-speech or slow down. Because, despite that, it was actually quite enjoyable. There sure are lots of people here. I can't believe they all live in Hinamizawa.
Everybody attends to Watanagashi. I think about half the village is here.
My throat's tickling. I'm so sorry. It's not just that. Municipal and youth councils from neighboring towns and villages advertise this event as well. And that's right. There aren't that many students at our school, but there's a lot of kids here today. It just doesn't feel like a festival unless there are kids running around after all. That's true, I agree.
Hello and good evening.
These two knew everybody we came across. Of course, I greeted them as well, but I still wasn't familiar with everybody yet. Oh, Rika Chan, thanks for the food you brought me a while back. My son loved it. He said it was delicious.
No, it was nothing at all. I'm glad he liked it. Say hello to Kazumasa-kun for me, please.
Oh. Hey! If it isn't Sonozaki Ojo-chan! I'm in charge of a stand again this year, so make sure you come visit. Pops, have you gotten fatter? You'll end up having a heart attack with a gut like that. No, this kid here is new. Are you one of her underclassmen? He's one of my members. An upcoming hopeful. If you cross him, he could crush your stand in one night. You've got little Missy seal of approval, I see. Hope you take it easy on me. As you can imagine, Mion was chatting away with the old guys running the stalls.
Mi-chan is really energetic after all. She's really popular with the older men.
Okay. I think Rena is pretty popular too, being cute and all. That was, of course, so long as her little condition didn't flare up. But as long as she's blushing quietly, she's pretty cute.
I'm popular with some people? Really? Really?
With some people. I evaded giving her a straight answer by roughly tussling her hair. Okay, dude. The stall keepers came all the way from town. It's not really a festival without them after all. So we're going to mess with them now. I don't care what kind of match it is, I'm going to win it.
Oh yes! I'll try to. Hey! You're all very late. It's unacceptable to keep a I can't read. A lady waiting, Keiichi-san.
Oh, my bad. So where is this lady I've kept waiting? Nice one, dude.
What did you just say?
Alright, Satiko was in top form as well. Seems she was all excited about being able to get everybody in the club together for the first time in a while.
Oh, Rika-chan! Cute!
Rena let out an elated sigh. It seemed that the real lady had made her appearance. Oh, okay, that's why she was acting up. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening to Keiichi as well.
Woo! Looking good. You're looking sharp again this year.
Cute! Gonna take you home?
Rika Chan was wearing a Shrine Maiden outfit. Yup. Rena's little outburst was completely understandable. Rika Chan's clothes sure look like the real deal. Is that a real Shrine Maiden outfit? My grandmother made them by hand. They're quite authentic.
Rika-chan has an important role to play at the end of the festival, so she's wearing this.
I see. Rika Chan was on the executive committee because she performed all the Shrine Maiden rituals for the festival.
My work is only during the finale of the festival, so I can still play for a while. So we cannot afford to waste any time. Let us begin!
Alright! Felt good to wander around the festival with just the 5 of us. Mion called everyone over to a stand that caught her attention and proposed a rather odd competition. Okay. Takoyaki eating race? Everyone has to buy their own. Ready? Go! A standard in vendor stalls, the Takoyaki stand. What was especially standard for these kinds of events was the fact that they were simply balls of dough, takoyaki in name only. It burns!
Are you okay, Keiichi-kun? Have some water. My, eating those scalding takoyaki whole is suicide.
I guess the trick is to buy the ready-made ones that have been left there for a while.
They really don't taste good.
Okay. The stall next to it was a shaved ice stand. It was still a bit too early in the season for that, but right then it didn't matter. Let's do shaved ice this time! It's a shaved ice eating race! Ready, go!
Shaved ice eating race? I can't! As long as you can melt it a bit with your body heat, then... It's so cold!
Not smart. This old man ordered it with plenty of syrup. It'll melt quickly when it's mixed up. Syrup? Like, flavor syrup? You don't mean maple syrup, do ya? Those stooges were too late. The moment they chose to tackle it head-on was their downfall! Phew! Finished! Keiichi is done? That was too fast.
It couldn't be. Keiichi-kun, you didn't add water from the goldfish tank behind you, did you?
That's kinda gross.
That can't taste very good.
The things he'll do to fucking get a leg up, what the... Next to that was another old favorite. A cotton candy stand. That's probably at least a little easier to eat fast since it's not spicy or cold.
Why don't we do this one next? Of course, it's a speed eating contest!
I mean, I guess it's a bit awkward, but that's really it.
Hey, how do you eat cotton candy quickly? How?
I don't fucking know. On Satiko's mark, Mion, Satiko, and I all compressed the cotton candy with our bare hands. Oh, okay. The time it took to stick the whole thing in our mouths? 3 seconds! I expected Satiko to figure it out, but I didn't think Kei-chan would too. I can't have you treating me like I'm a newbie forever, can I?
It won't taste very good.
Rika Chan had also crushed it between her hands and stuck it into her mouth.
This is probably the only place in Japan where people eat cotton candy like this.
I think only Rena's cotton candy was happy with how it was eaten. But it felt like we'd end up doing stuff like eat noodles through the nose contest or human water pump at the goldfish scoop at the rate things were going. I don't know what that last one means, but this old man will probably still win too.
I am simply no match for Mion-san when it comes to eating repulsive things.
Yeah, seriously. What's up with you guys? Are you telling me you don't want to have a Blue Hawaii topped yakisoba eating contest? Blue Hawaii? What? Shake, shake. Both Satiko and I shook our heads in unison. What is that?
Can we have a game that doesn't involve food this time? Can we?
Rena's proposal was a godsend. It was about time we played a different kind of game. It also seemed like neither Rena nor Rika Chan were any good at speed eating or gorging themselves. Okay, Rena, I'll let you pick out the next game. Anything is fine.
Well then. I'm going to be the judge. Find cute things on the festival grounds. You have 1 minute.
Okay.
Fine by me. I know exactly what Rena likes.
Alright. I think I can win with that.
Ready? Go! Oh? Why aren't Keiichi-kun and Rika Chan starting? Why not?
Mion and Satiko dashed off madly, but Rika Chan and I calmly stayed right where we were.
Could it be you've already found it? The cute thing? We've already found it. Keiichi too?
Yeah.
What is it? I can't wait!
Both Rika Chan and I stood motionless for those few moments before Mion and Satiko returned. This is probably the first time we've gone head to head like this.
It will be the first.
Rika Chan, you expect to win with that, huh?
I am a member of this club as well. Win by any means is our society's third rule.
Rika Chan sneered to the best of her ability. You're on! Both Mion and Satiko came back, each with their own plan of attack stuffed in their arms.
Okay then. Let's go in order. Let's start with the club president, Mi-chan.
Too bad, you guys. I'm ending this now. This old man brought this! Where'd she get those? They were old diamond-shaped tin signs. Pleb curry, snake coil incense, nostalgic tin signs from the old days. How about this? It's very understated. A little too understated, Mion. I used to see those stuck up on barbed wire fences. They were more nostalgic than cute. Can you explain what part of that is cute? But there were puffs of smoke noisily shooting out of Rena's ears and nose, almost like a steam train. I I didn't get it.
I shall be up next! It is this!
It was the hand-drawn poster from the Lady Society roasted corn stall. It was a really bad sketch done by a housewife. An anthropomorphic roasted corn drawn without any sort of real plan. Its very existence invited a sense of sorrow to the viewer. Bleep. That was the sound of blood jetting out of Rena's nose. It seemed to have been rated higher than Mion's. I really didn't get it. Feels like your artistic sense is a little avant-garde by about 5 eons.
Those were nothing but mass-produced signs after all. They had no chance against something hand-drawn.
Couldn't even begin to follow the way those guys were thinking.
Then I will be next.
Next is Rika Chan, is it? What can you even do without anything? Did you and Satiko both forget? If Rika Chan felt like it, she could simply... After moving back about 10 yards, she began waddling up to Rena. Seeing that, both Mion and Satiko gasped.
Oh no!
Too late! Rika Chan tripped over nothing and lay motionless after falling down. Rena hurried over to her.
Rika Chan, are you alright? Alright?
Rika Chan had a lump on her forehead and tears welled up in her eyes. Only her fingers peeked out from her sleeves. This was the vital part. The palms of her hands were covered by her sleeves. She made just a single sound.
Meep.
Okay.
Cute, cute! Going to take you home? I'd completely forgotten that! The play that I personally had to use!
Rena's face went completely red, her head bobbing back and forth with excitement. She embraced Rika Chan and began rubbing her cheek against her. I'd expect no less from her. Not a single element was overlooked. She's tiny! Shrine Maiden! Brink of crying! Meep! It was perfect! The simple trip transcended into pure moe. Now this is what you call art! Kei-chan has a pretty weird definition of art. I'll just pretend the sharp sting of those words cutting through me like a razor was a figment of my imagination. Rika-chan turned her gaze to me with a daunting smile as she was caressed by Rena, who was in full cute mode.
Now, Keiichi, can you beat me?
That cold smile is frightening, Rika-chan. It must just be my imagination, but I see a demon inside her sometimes. About that. Kei-chan seems to have his own plan of attack. I wonder what he's going to show her.
I also wish to observe the play Keiichi-san will make. Could it be? Is Keiichi also going to give a performance?
I basked in their pointed stares. I pulled Rena, who gave no sign of canceling out of cute mode, away from Rika-chan.
Cute thing, cute thing! Keiichi-kun, let's go!
Wait, let go. I'll show you something even cuter, so just hold on for now.
Huh? Oh? Something even cuter?
But it's a bit too crowded here. Let's go back there. Rena looked very surprised as I pulled her behind the shrine.
I cannot fathom what Keiichi-san could possibly be planning.
Kei-chan wouldn't stoop to... No. Would he? Oh.
Keep on fighting. Yeah.
Okay. After a bit, I returned. And a bit after that, so did Rena, dragging her feet. There's no way that scoundrel Kei-chan did something to innocent little Rena! Mion and Satiko passed by me, heading straight to Rena.
What exactly did he do to you?
For a moment, Rena was too dazed to realize someone was talking to her.
Yeah? Oh, it's me-chan.
Rena! Are you alright? Did Kei-chan do anything to you?
No, he didn't do anything strange to me. This is quite severe. Exactly what did Keiichi-san show you? It was so cute.
Cute? What did he show you, Rena? Rena let out a really long ha. Her eyes sparkled as she spoke.
Cute.
Okay. Whamp whoomp. And then Keiichi died. In the blink of an eye, Mion and Satiko's elbows smashed into my face.
Huh? What?
Showing Rena something so dirty!
You sick pervert! I shall have you beaten into oblivion!
Wait, you've got it all wrong! The dark billowing aura flowed from Mion and Satiko. It was no good. They're gonna kill me! Give it a few hours, Keiichi, you'll turn the tables.
Mi-chan, I'm not sure what's going on, but you've got it all wrong. You see, Keiichi-kun had... It's a fur seal keychain.
Rika Chan stuck her hand into my pocket and pulled out my keychain.
Huh? He said he made it long ago for one of his summer school assignments. He said he doesn't show it off
I can't read.
He said he doesn't show it,
Wait, that's just not read. That's just not even written right.
He doesn't show it often because it's embarrassing. Yeah, so small and cute. He tried his best to make it. It's so wonderful.
Oh. This old man thought you meant it was Keiichi's.
I'd expect no less from Mion-san. You misconstrued things in the wildest ways.
They sung insults at each other and looked like they were ready to tear into each other at any second. And I beg of you, if I'm in the clear, would you mind getting off of me? Oh, we were interrupted by the flash of a camera. Hello. Hey guys. You all seem energetic as usual. It was Tomitake-san. As I lay crumpled on the ground, Mion and Satiko continued to bicker above me. Rika Chan was patting me on the head and Rena was still in cute mode. It was probably quite a lively scene.
It's a fine evening indeed, although it's rather poor etiquette to photograph a lady without her permission.
That's right. At least you don't really need Satiko's permission. Satiko dug her heel into me.
Good evening. You're heading back tomorrow, aren't you? Were you able to take lots of good photos?
Oh, shit's gonna get real next episode then. I'm guessing. Yes, thanks for asking. I got plenty of good shots. Tonight's the last we can see old Tomitake-sama, isn't it? It's such a shame. Hurry up and have your major breakout soon. Just as rude as ever, aren't you? I really am sad I won't be able to hear that voice of yours for almost half a year. Be sure to have as much fun as you can tonight. You'll be back in Tokyo tomorrow, after all. That's true. It will be another 6 months. Until I can enjoy another night where I can see the stars. Tomitake-san looked up at the night sky cheerfully. At that moment, even though he was smiling, I sensed a bit of sadness. Why don't you move here, Tomitake-san? In Hinamizawa. Tomitake-san was speechless. It's not very convenient here. No shops, or recreational spots. There might not be anything really here, but you know. Everyone knew what I was trying to say. Tomitake-san was also well aware. So Rena, Mion, Satiko, and Rika Chan, none of them butted in. I've only been here for less than a month, so I don't really know everything about it. Normally I'm a really talkative guy, but in situations like this, I'm at a loss for words. Even though all this was happening in such a boisterous setting, it felt like all the background noise was fading into the distance. This place is probably... Tomitake-san rested his hand on me gently, silencing me. Thank you, Keiichi-kun. Mion-chan and Rena-chan, Satiko-chan and Rika-chan. Tomitake-san's smile was so slight it looked as if it was going to crumble at any minute, but it was warm. I also think it would be great if I could live here. Those might have been cruel words coming from a kid who didn't need to worry about working to feed himself. A hand touched my back. It was Rena.
Keiichi-kun, you shouldn't pick on adults. It's not nice.
The background clamor of the festival returned.
We won't be seeing him for a while, after all. We need to make sure Tomitake-san also enjoys tonight.
When Rena smiled, the mood instantly got brighter. That's true. I think I'll do just that.
Ah! Hey, Michan! How about it? Can we let Tomitake-san in on our club activities?
That's a great idea. Or so I thought, but Mion had a snobbish look on her face. One of the requirements for membership is residence in Hinamizawa, you see?
Come on, Michan. Just for today. Don't be mean.
Well, he does come around often every year. I'll make him an honorary citizen.
Whoa! Yay! Now then, I wonder if this aged fellow, well past his prime, will be a match for me. Let's have him show us the wisdom of a mature adult.
Can you keep up with us, youngins? Tomitake-san stepped back slightly at our audacious grins. I, Mion Sonozaki, club president, do hereby authorize honorary citizen Tomitake's entry into our club. Her words were quickly drowned out by our cheers. What do you mean by club? What our club does, you see. In order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities with various rules. Sometimes they are in your favor, and sometimes they work against you.
I'm pretty weak, so I'd prefer you not single me out. Let's try to get along. If you wish to mock our childish games, then this will be the perfect opportunity.
We'll leave you with nothing. We won't even leave the hairs on your butt. Okay, dude.
So it's a club where we play games together.
Of course, Rika Chan was the only one to give an answer that made sense. Alright, just what I wanted. I'll take you up on that challenge. Don't be too rough on me, my mentors. Tomitake-san got riled up and did a victory pose like he was 10 years younger. That's perfect. We continued walking through the festival with Mion in the front. Now we looked like a family of 6. Had some intensity to it. Same rules as always. The loser will, of course, be subject to a penalty. Tomitake-san was a bit surprised, but to us it was just the same as always. Regardless of how terrible a penalty it was.
Just don't lose!
Rena was also brimming with determination. She didn't have any intention of losing. That's true! I tousled Rena's hair to lighten the mood. She giggled to hide her embarrassment. I see. This is what it means to feel like a kid again. Tomitake-san whispered that to nobody in particular. At that moment, we heard an old man call out in a strong voice. Looking over, I realized it was the man Mion had greeted right before the festival.
You're here! Little Miss Sonozaki! Seems you brought quite the crowd.
We came to eradicate your entire stall! His stall was a shooting gallery. Ah. It was the usual setup where you had to knock down the prize you wanted with a cork gun. The rules are simple. 3 shots. The winner is whoever gets the biggest prize. Everybody shouted their agreement. There was no need to consider how to win, since the condition for victory was simply size. The biggest prize at the stall? It went without question. It was that one, wasn't it?
Oh, that teddy bear? Cute.
Rena was gazing longingly at a large stuffed animal. It was intentionally placed on an unsteady platform, so it was possible to get it if you hit the right spot. It's magnificently set up to make someone think that.
Not bad, Keiichi-san. I figured you would see through this scam instantly.
The most logical course of action would be to aim for some candy or a doll. The intent analysis had already begun. In this club, you'll get eaten alive if you don't come prepared. Everything hinges on what plan you can come up with before the main event. At some point, a large crowd had gathered around us, making a big fuss. There was this much of a following for our club's infamous event?
Knocking that bear down ensures a win.
Only 3 shots. To use them all just trying, that'd be rough.
Hey! I have other customers waiting, you know. Who's up first?
The first one has the advantage of being able to aim for the easier prizes, but it's dangerous to compete without knowing the gun's quirks. Tomitake-san's take on the situation was pretty good. He gets what our club is about.
Well then, to be fair, How about using rock, paper, scissors to decide? How about it?
That's really the only way. Rock, paper, scissors! After a couple of matches, it ended up with Mion being first. I didn't want to end up first. Oh well, I'll just think of it as a handicap. Gramps, gun!
Here you go!
When the shooting range guy handed her a rifle, Mion looked it over intently. She didn't forget to check the cork bullet either. Okay, this gun is brand new, isn't it? No faults, not bad. Mion raised the gun in one swift motion. It was completely different to her careful inspection. She was shooting from the hip. Fire! Reload. Fire! Reload. Fire! Flop. Flop, flop. 3 candy boxes fell, one after the other. A big haul. The crowd paused in a moment of awe and then erupted in cheers. Whoa! Awesome!
That was quite good!
Tomitake-san was at a loss for words after seeing such shooting prowess.
Amazing, Mi-chan! 3!
Her accuracy was incredible. Her choice of targets wasn't bad either. The 3 Mion had gone after were fairly large and pretty easy to knock over. They were all targets with very high return on investment. Who's up next? Satiko? Careful, the bullets are light. Next was Satiko. The rifle looked a bit big for her lithe body, but it didn't seem like she had any problem with the weight.
Of course, I shall aim for the grand prize!
She proclaimed that she was going after the teddy bear. Damn Satiko, such a bold move.
The moment she knocks it over, she's guaranteed to be in first. Good luck, Satiko-chan!
Satiko was the opposite of Mion. She aimed at the target quite carefully and squeezed the trigger.
Ah, these bullets are too light!
The first 2 bullets struck the bear in the torso, but it only shifted a bit. You need to aim higher towards the head or it won't work. Satiko's 3rd bullet wasn't aimed at the bear, but at the candy box below its arm.
I hate to say it, but it appears the bear is just too much for me.
She went boldly after the big catch, but since she switched over to less impressive prey at the last second, the crowd only gave a strained laugh. Were they laughing because she lacked the courage? These fools know nothing. A fine attempt, Satiko. You've gotten better. The palm of Mion's outstretched hand went pump as it tapped down lightly on Satiko. She appeared to just be talking hot air, but this was actually completely calculated. Damn that Satiko. Just to avoid being in last place, she dared to switch over to an easy target. Without shame or honor. Magnificent.
I'll allow you to take the bear, Rena-san. I pray for your victory. Okay. Thanks so much, Satiko-chan. Mr. Bear is so cute.
Rena was up next. She couldn't hit the broadside of a barn as regular Rena, but she said that bear was cute. I wonder how Rena-chan will do. I hope she's able to hit at least one. You're underestimating Rena, Tomitake-san. It's Rena, you know? It's Rena Ryugu, you know? If it was to get that teddy bear. Whoa! Tomitake-san wheeled around to see what all the commotion the spectators were making was about. If it was to get that bear, she'd be able to shoot through a pinhole. The one known as Rena Ryugu could do it.
Shaking. It's shaking. Cute.
Rena couldn't hide her excitement over the bear slow rocking. Now Rena couldn't lose.
Not bad, Rena-san. The less collected you become,
the stronger you get. Whoa! Another big cheer. Rena's bullet hit the bear's forehead again. Not enough. The bear seemed to wobble more than before.
But it might not be possible.
You never know. With Rena-chan's skill, it might be. While Tomitake-san was just as excited as the crowd, Rika Chan's analysis was not swayed by emotion. If Rena had 10 more shots, then she could surely knock it over. But with just one more, no matter how you looked at it, no go. Ah! The crowd let out a dejected groan. She had shot it right in the forehead 3 times. It was a bit late, but they gave her a good round of applause for the attempt.
Mr. Bear, take him home.
She should be praised for her valor, but she had no trophies to show for it. Then at that moment, the old man flicked one of the candy boxes with his finger and handed it to Rena. This is for you, little lady.
Huh? You're giving this to me?
The gods wouldn't forgive me if I let you go home empty-handed after such a display. There was another shower of applause. Rena turned bright red and I pulled her back over to us by her hand. You did a good job. Your cute mode really surprised me.
I really wanted Mr. Bear.
It was easy to see that it only needed a little more to be knocked over. Rena had done quite a lot for me. I still needed to pay her back for that delicious picnic. Alright, then now. No good, I didn't give it to you. What? Tomitake-san had stolen the words right out of my mouth.
Okay. Please, Tomitake-san. Good luck.
Sam, you old man Tomitake! Stealing the good parts for yourself. A small hand stretched over and fell gently on my head just before I was overcome with frustration.
You keep on fighting too, Keiichi, okay?
Tomitake-san carefully studied the bear. Setting aside, she shouldered the rifle while holding the other two shots in his hand. Why is he doing that? Yes, no doubt. Tomitake-san is aiming for... Plop! The time between shots was short. It was meaningless to shoot again once it stopped shaking, so Tomitake-san was relying on rapid fire to win the battle. It was visibly wobbling much more than it ever had before, but that was all. It still didn't fall over.
Too bad.
All of Rena's momentary expectation from watching it sway violently turned into a dejected sigh. I really thought it would work.
No! It seems that since you're a man, you will not be receiving any candy.
That was it. It meant Tomitake-san had no spoils of war. So both Kei-chan and Rika Chan can just shoot down a sure, easy prize and avoid being dead last. Avoid being the loser, huh? Oh, sorry about that. It's your turn next, Keiichi-kun. Best of luck. I was the fifth shooter. I took the rifle from Tomitake-san. If I took the ruthless route, as Mion had suggested, then I'd go for something insignificant. Except, when I picked up the rifle, I definitely got a feeling from it. It was burning passion! Passed down to me by Tomitake-san. The regret of not being man enough to fell the bear that Rena wanted. Yes, that's right. If I didn't aim for the bear, then I wouldn't be a man! After all, that was my promise to Rena.
Huh? What promise? What?
To shoot down that bear and give it to Rena. That one.
You mean...
The crowd went wild when they saw our conversation. Boo! Cool, Nichan! Show us what you got! That's not it, fine men of the crowd. If I didn't do this, then Rena might mug the old man running the stall on his way home. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Why can't I just express my honest feelings?
Keiichi-san surely talks the talk. But how do you actually intend to bring down the bear? Rena and Tomitake-san's shots did make it tilt a bit, but I think finishing the job will be difficult. Keiichi-kun?
If there was only some way to shoot faster, be able to pile more power on the sway from each hit.
Good luck, Keiichi-kun.
After taking 2 deep breaths, I shouted over to the guy. 2 more rifles. Huh? The crowd murmured amongst themselves.
I wonder what Keiichi-san is up to. One person can't handle 3 rifles at once.
I get it. Nice thinking, Kei-chan. Mion was able to figure it out magnificently. And basically, what was taking the most time was reloading the shot.
That's right. Then, by putting 3 preloaded rifles next to each other...
Tomitake-san went silent, peering at me and the bear through his lens. His photographer's blood predicted a miracle will occur. And then the crowd finally picked up on what I was planning. They let out a great cheer. They chanted my name. Keiichi! Rapid fire is the key. If I miss, all is for naught. Phew. After letting out a deep breath, I paused. Relax. Now! Nope. That moment, it felt like time itself had stopped. I felt like I could see the trajectory of the bullets. Hit it. And knock it down! The first shot hit the bear on its head. The second. The third! The bear swayed hard. And then... still didn't fall. Oh wait, it did.
Woohoo! Yeah!
No! The cheers began before the stuffed animal was even finished falling off the shelf. The guy caught it before it hit the ground and tossed it over to me. You actually knocked it over! You got me! Amazing! Congratulations, Keiichi-kun!
Keiichi-san has finally learned how to use his head. I see you in a slightly better light now.
I didn't do it all by myself. Everyone hit it, and those small bits together brought it down. This trophy belongs to all of us. Right, this is from all of us working together.
Me didn't hit it a single time.
Ugh. After holding up the teddy bear like it was a championship trophy, I handed it to Rena. Here, this is from me. No, from everyone. Thanks for always making your delicious lunches. Rena, thinking she was never actually going to get it, was momentarily speechless.
I can't, Keiichi-kun. This is everyone's, after all.
In that case, I was the one who knocked it down. And it's mine. It's mine, so I'm giving it to Rena. I pushed the stuffed animal towards her again. This time she embraced and accepted it. You've watched out for me ever since I moved here, after all. I'm really grateful, you see. Thanks a lot.
Keiichi-kun! Thanks so much.
Rena dove at me. Mion told me a few days later that Rena kissed me, but I didn't realize it during all the excitement at the time. I remembered what I was trying to say to Tomitake-san earlier. There really isn't much of anything here. But there are lots of things you can't find anywhere else. I gained a lot from coming to Hinamizawa, especially at that moment. The crowd's cheers echoed on and on. From the altar set up in front of the shrine, the drums sounded with a booming echo. It was the finale of the festival.
I'll be going off ahead then.
Uh-oh. I need to go and get myself a good spot too. Well then everyone, see you in a bit. Both Rika Chan and Tomitake-san gave their farewells and disappeared into the crowd.
I wish both of you the best in your endeavors! Now, shall we be off?
Yeah, might as well go see Rika Chan's charming figure. Let's go. Yeah! No, where's Rena? What are you doing?
Keiichi-kun! Mi-chan, save me!
Since she was carrying such a ridiculously large stuffed animal, she was being carried by the flow of people. What is she doing? She must have her hands full taking care of that bear. So I'll leave Rena in your care, Kei-chan. I have my hands full taking care of Satiko.
Who would want to be looked after by you, Mion-san? Ouch! Please don't pull on my arm!
Before losing sight of Mion, I grabbed the back of Rena's collar.
Keiichi-kun, not there! Don't grab me there!
Always so bossy. Where can I grab then? I didn't feel ashamed at all. Rena was ashamed enough for the both of us. I grabbed onto Rena's hand and dashed after Mion and the others. We're gonna be late. Let's hurry up!
Yeah!
I hadn't realized Rena's hand was so delicate. Maybe she needed a bit more exercise and nutrition? That wasn't what I meant, not at all. My ears burned. I tried to keep calm. I repeated the phrase, "Keep it together, Keiichi Maebara," in my mind, but it didn't look like I would be able to anytime soon. I really didn't want Rena to see my face right then, so I pushed onwards, dragging her along without looking back even once. There was already a huge group of people gathered at the altar in front of the shrine. The fire at the altar made it as bright as midday and just as hot. There was a pile of futons warded with sanctified rope in front of the altar. Come to think of it, they did say it was a festival where they did something with the cotton and futons.
Keiichi-san! Rena-san! We're over here!
Satiko waved her hand from the front row. Nah, sorry. Making our way through the mass of people, we reached the spot they'd saved. How was it? Were you able to have a little bit of excitement with Rena? You punk, so that's what your plan was? Instead of replying, Mion gave us a perverse grin. How was it, Rena? Was Kei-chan's hand bigger than you thought it would be? Oh. Rena turned bright red, puffs of steam shooting out of her. I heard something slice through the air and turned to see Mion on the ground with a welt on her face. Mion, when were you hit? Between the ha and o of her how, I think. Rena? It's not good to punch your friends to hide your embarrassment.
I didn't hit her. Whatever.
Thump. The thunderous beat of the drum echoed, silencing the crowd.
You must all be quiet. It's beginning.
It was a solemn ritual. Oh? Rika Chan entered dressed as a shrine maiden, followed by members of the municipal committee. The elders all looked at Rika Chan and clasped their hands in praise. The only thing allowed to disturb the profound silence was the flash from Tomitake-san's camera. What's the big thing Rika Chan is holding?
A hoe that's used for this festival. It's a sacred farming tool that only the shrine maiden may touch.
It was an awkward shape for a piece of farm equipment, not uncommon for something used in rituals. After reciting a Shinto prayer, Rika Chan approached the pile of futons gathered at the altar. She swung the hoe skillfully, plowing it into the futons. Each and every little movement of this performance probably had to be done in a certain way. Without a doubt, this was a ritual. What's next? Airing out futons?
She's purifying the futons, which sacrificially absorb winter's illnesses for those using them.
So when Kei-chan said airing out futons, he wasn't completely wrong. Rika-chan's face was already dripping with sweat. That hoe was probably really heavy. She staggered side to side with the momentum of each swing. Satiko looked on, silently lending her support. Worried?
Rika practiced every single day with a mochi hammer. She will certainly prevail.
Satiko's hands were sweaty, and whenever Rika-chan started to sway a little, she held her breath. Why wasn't Mion a candidate to be the Shrine Maiden? Feels wrong having Rika-chan swing around something so heavy. I'd do it if they asked me, you know? And well, it's not something just anyone could do. That's true. Shrine Maidens need to be pure after all. Mion drove her elbow into my side. With the thud of the big drum, Rika-chan gave a solemn bow and descended from the altar. That triggered a round of generous applause. After the Shinto priest had raised up the cleansed futons like a portable altar, all the spectators stood up. Following after the priests, we all marched on at a moderate pace. They descended the shrine's giant stairs in a line. What's happening now? Washing the futons in the river?
Watsunagashi means setting cotton adrift, you know?
The procession continued right up to the bank of the stream. A fire was stoked high, and it was bright as day here, too. People started crowding around it and clamoring.
Alright, get in line. Line up, Keiichi-kun.
I wondered what was up. Maybe we would get some holy wine? Okay, dude. Red and white bean buns?
It's not food. I said it was cotton.
Ah, but of course. They didn't call it the Watsunagashi for... Watsunagashi... I don't know how it's pronounced technically. For nothing. I finally understood. The municipal committee members pulled out the cotton from inside the futons and balled it up like mochi. Oh, that's where the cotton comes from. Okay. I didn't know that, the Watsunagashi, I think it's pronounced, is they put cotton in this river and it goes downstream, but that's all I remembered. And balled it up like mochi, handing it out to people. Rena dove into the line and brought out some for me as well. We then proceeded to the bank of the stream.
Since it's your first time, Keiichi-kun, just copy what I do.
She held the cotton in her right hand, and, waving her hand as if to purify it, she touched it to her forehead, chest, navel, and both thighs.
You do this 3 times and silently give thanks at Oyashiro-sama.
Uh, Oyashiro-sama? What's that? The name of the shrine's god?
Yes, it's the guardian deity of Hinamizawa. It brings about both miracles and curses. So you must be sure to show respect.
That sounds like a pretty frightening god. But, well, when in Rome... I was officially a resident of Hinamizawa now, after all. Doing as Rena showed me, I touched the cotton over myself 3 times. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Thank you. No, Oyashiro-sama.
This way, all the evil that possesses you is sucked out by the cotton. Then you let it gently drift away on the stream, and you're done.
Together, Rena and I set our pieces of cotton afloat on the surface of the water. The flowers of cotton blooming in the water had sucked out all the bad illnesses from Hinamizawa and drifted off, disappearing into the distance. It was wonderful, like those floating lantern festivals I'd seen on TV. The best part, though, was feeling like this rite of passage had made me a true resident of Hinamizawa. Okay. Is there a tip? Oh, at first I was a bit anxious. Hurting someone was something I never even considered. Nevertheless, the anxiety then gave place to loneliness, doubt, and more. And then, that wicked, murderous intent eventually took control of my mind. Alright, dude. The boy took the first step towards an unrecoverable daily life, not even realizing that he was walking into the abyss. Onikakushi. A tragedy born from the desire to believe. Are those tears of repentance or tears of resentment? Okay, should I end the episode now? We're almost at an hour and it's pretty late in the day for me, so I think I should. Yeah, I think I should. I get the feeling that starting next episode, shit's gonna get real. And by real, I mean, assuming that I don't have the order of events wrong. So, yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode then, guys. If you liked it, then be sure to press the like button. And if you didn't like it, then fuck you too. Remember to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all my videos and stuff. And as always, my name is Godzi, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!